Hey guys, welcome to another baseball card pack break video with Matt Waters. Today, as you can see in front of us, we have a case of 1990 Donruss cards, and these are considered like the worst cards ever made because of the ugliness of it, the cursive writing, the just overall just mass produced and all. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the list of the top 10 that we will be looking for right here that I've made. Alright, so we're going to be looking for these guys right here: Juan Gonzalez, Nolan Ryan, Ken Griffey Jr., Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, Bo Jackson, Ricky Henderson, Nolan Ryan, Larry Walker, and the Bo Jackson Diamond Kings card. So that's going to be our top 10, and because we know that these aren't too much worth of money, and then I know like the highest card in here probably is like out of 10 would be like 40 bucks, so not worth much. But what I'm after, guys, is these puzzle cards that I'm getting right here, because I would like to complete the puzzle right here. As you can see, if you collected all the cards back in 1990, you could have had this call puzzle right here in the corner. Alright, and you can see I've already done one puzzle already, the Willie Stargell, so I would love to get this complete vintage puzzle and get it put together as well. So let's go ahead and open up the case, guys. You can see there's 36 packs of cards in here, right? And this video might be a little long, guys, because there is 16 picture cards in each pack. So that's just crazy. Like, it's a lot of cards. We're about to stack up quick. If you've watched my other video where I did half of a case, the cards were stacked high, so I already know a full case is going to do the exact same thing. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, guys. We're going to try to go fast as possible without leaving out anybody's name or anything. Give respect to all the players that made it to the big leagues and stuff. So we'll just keep sticking our puzzle cards to the side, and at the end of this video, we're going to combine all the puzzle cards that I found and from the last video we did of these right here, and we'll combine them with these ones, and we're going to hopefully try to get at least one full puzzle out of all those. Alright, to start us off, we've got John Russell, Greg Littleton, R.J. Reynolds, Mark Grant, Scott Scudler, Ken Howell, Ken Samiti, Scott Terry, Ron Karkovich, Glenn Hoffman, Cecilio Wante, Andy Burns, Dave Martinez, Todd Burns, Willie Wilson, and Larry Harris, or Lenny. Can't tell. That's Lenny. Alright, Lenny Harris. Sorry about that, Lenny. Hope you're watching out there. Drop a like for correction. Alright, see, and this is why they were rated some of the worst cards out there, guys, is because they were just, the background was just plain red, and it just had like just a little like paint splatter or something. I don't know what that is, and it was pretty basic. I mean, all the cards were, the names are all in cursive. Some kids back then had a hard time reading them, and even today some people like myself has a little bit of hard time reading them, but I know how to write and read cursive. So alright, so to start us off, we got Chuck Carey, Dennis Lamp, Jeff Robinson, Gus Politer, Mark Williamson. We got a Kelly Gruber, we got Checklist, we got John Morris, Rick Rona, Al Newman, Pete Smith, Tim Burstus, Ron Jones, Andres Garega, Tony Phillips, and Kevin Seitzer. Alright, so nothing too hot in that pack right there. We're just going to keep going. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have any of these in your collection. I'm sure you gotta have them by now. Coy Sheffield, Ken Oberfeld, Jay Bell, Carlton Fisk, MVP. Not on the top 10, but still a good card. We got ourselves a Glenn Wilson, Jeff Brantley, Rick Montalone, I don't know, Mickey Tettleton. We've got Tony Fossas, Bob Melvin, Dave Bergman, Mickey Hatcher, Lance McCullers, Deion James, and looks like Jim Corsi. Alright. So still nothing too hot yet on the top 10 list, and that's how these packs go. Like in the last video I made with this set, like I think I want to say it was about a half a box. So there's 36 in there, something like that. I want to say that it took at least 14 packs before we finally found one top 10 on our list. And then after we finished the case, we only had one, and that was a Bo Jackson card. Alright, so to start us off, we got Tim Belcher, Jesse Barfield, Wade Boggs, good old Wade Boggs. Got Doyle Alexander, Chris Boissier, Jeff Ballard, Bo Jackson, Diamond Kings. That is on our top 10 list that we had right there, guys. It's the number 10. So this should be a number 1 card. And it is the number 1 card for Donruss Kings. So that's in great shape, and it looks pretty well centered. So we're going to stick that to the side and show that again at the end of the video. I'm going to get our hopes up. There's already one. There's a checklist. Got a Kevin Mitchell, Les Lancaster, Mark Guthrie, Billy Hatcher, Gerardo Hernandez, Don Carmen, Bob, can't tell, and Julio Franco. Alright. And I'm just sticking my puzzle pieces to the side, like I said. Got Gary Thurman, Carmelo Martinez, Juan Agosta, Mackie Sazzer, Delano DeShields, Chad Creeder, Chili Davis, Joe Hesketh, Kurt Young, Mike McFarland, Dave Clark, Dave Anderson, Kevin Romino, Bob McClure, Cal Ripken MVP card. So that's nice. And we got Randy Milligan. Alright, so those are pretty cool. Let's just keep rolling with the punches here. See who we got. Joe Margarin, Tim Drummond, Lloyd Mosby, Jim Dominico Ramos, Bob Crepper, Jeff King, Ron Grant, Ken Griffey. Ken Griffey, that's Ken Griffey Jr.'s dad. Benito Santiago, Frank Delapino, Terry McCullen, Rick Yett, Jerry Cutler, Jeff Kunkel, and Kent Anderson. Alright guys, see how the cards are already piling up? Like, that is a huge pile already, and we ain't even done nothing to this box hardly. So we're going to just keep going, just stacking them up. Like, we've got to have a full puzzle by the end of this case, definitely. Like, there's no way there isn't a full puzzle in this. Alright, so we got a Ron Oster, Mike Maddox, Greg Biggio. That's a nice card. I'll stick that to the side. He's not on the top 10 list, but he should have been, probably. Terry Pendleton, Ivan Calderson, Dick Schofield, Jeff Russell, Greg Vaughn, Tim Burt, Dave Parker, Danny Tartable, Mike Sioska, Dave Rigetti, Rick Cerrone, Lou Whitaker, and Greg Brock. Alright. And these are a lot of cards, man. And I only paid $6 for the entire case, so Kirk Gibson, Clay Parker, let's see here. We got Danny Heat, Brian Downing, George Bell, Nate Gonzalez, Brian Smith, Rick Algeria. That's a nice card. Ernie Witt, Randy Johnson. Nice. Like, not on the top 10, but definitely up there. So I'll save that to the side. That was one of my favorites. Mike Beluski, Pat Shannon, Bob Kipper, Joe Boever, Jeff Reed, and Bip Roberts. Good old Bip Roberts. Alright, Bip Roberts will built me some more top 10 people. Where's the Juan Gonzalez rookie? Where's the Ken Griffey? Where's the Sammy Sosa rookie? Everybody's talking about that. Like, I want that Sammy Sosa rookie card. That'd be awesome. Jose Arulak, Ellis Burks, Checklist, John Morris, Rick Rover, Al Newman, Pete Smith, Tim Brutus, Ron Jones, Carmelo Martinez, Mackie Caesar, Juan Acosta, Delano DeShields, Chad Cruter, Chili Davis, and Joe Hesketh. So still nothing, guys. That's a mountain of cards right there, yo. And look at that. Wow. Like, Donruss really went all out on that year, huh? But still haven't gotten but only that one on the top 10 and a couple of other good ones. So let's keep going and see what we can get. Tom Brunowski, Randy Reddy, Joey Bell, Greg Hibbard, Jamie Moyer, Brian Harvey, Rex Hudler, Mike Gallagher, Steve Farr, Brad Kamikuat, Jim, Rick Gedman, Jody Reed, Bob Gurr, Jose Alvarez, Dave Magadan, and Greg Olson. And sorry guys, I know I'm butchering some of these names on purpose. I'm just trying to hurry and flash through them because there's so many cards. I'm just trying to make the video entertaining at the same time, but also, you know, get to the point of seeing all these cards. So we got Kurt Young, Mike McFarlane, Dave Clark, Dave Anderson, Kevin McCat, Kevin Ramin, Bob McClure, got another Cal Ripken MVP, Randy Milligan, Joe McGrain, Tim Drummond, Lloyd Mosby, Jim Presley, Domingo Range, Bob Crepper, and Jeff King. Alright, so the cards are starting to overflow, and so are the puzzle pieces. So I'm going to pull some of my stuff back right here so we can have some more throw it around room and put the puzzle pieces to the side. But look, guys, this is a mountain of cards. This is definitely probably like in the complete set, I would want to say. Unless we don't find like any of my top 10 that I'm looking for. Ken Patterson to start us off on that one. We got John Smiley, Renardo Rose, or what did I say? Rooms, Brian Harper, Tom Heek, Eric Hansen, Steve Avery. That's a good rookie card, Steve Avery. I got probably like 10 of those in my collection. That's crazy. Steve Wilson, Keith Hernandez, Bill Spicer, Craig Lefferts, Bob Walt, Ken Griffey Jr. There we go. So there's one we've been looking for. Is that the number 365? And it is the number 365, guys. So there is another one. So there is some hope that this hasn't been all picked through yet. That's what I was worried about, that these might have been sealed or something. But I gotta admit, the last box that I had, the last case of these, the half case in the last video, the wrappers were sticking bad to the backs, like ripping pieces of the paper into the card, and the glue was stuck. These packs actually seemed like they were like maintained in a good environment or something like that. So I'm starting to think maybe that other one might have, I don't know. So we got a Julio Franco, we got Terry Cole, and Matt Williams. Alright. So these ain't too bad. Like I said, the other case of these that I had just recently opened up on the channel was sticking bad. Like, these are just falling off beautiful. Look at that. No stick glue, nothing like that. Like, perfect for making buttons with. And if you haven't watched any of my card videos, you'll know that I take the wrapper packs and I cut them out in circles, and I have a button maker and I'll make them into buttons. So, alright guys, let's stick our little puzzle piece to the side and start us off. We got a Ron Grant, Ken Griffey, a senior, not junior, Benito Santiago, Frank Delpino, Terry McHolland, Rich Yett, I wish I was, Jerry Kutzler, Jeff Kunkel, Kent Anderson, Jim Durvis, Storm Davis, Bill Buckner, Scott Bales, Mike Smithson, Carlos Quintana, and Hal Morris. Like I said, we got a mountain of cards over here. So I'm trying to open these packs a little easier so I can make more of the things. Let's take a look real quick while we're into this video, since some of you guys might be into the video this far and let's see what this thing looks like inside. Talking about a grand prize. Let's see. Not gonna get it all the way perfect, but you know, if you guys wanted to pause that out there and read that, that's what the inside the pack says. That was like, I guess, the contest. And this is letting you know you got a official game piece and stuff. So I thought I just want to check that out on the wrapper real quick. Alright, so let's keep going right here, guys. I'm going to stick this puzzle piece to the side. We got Jim Durger, Storm Davis, Bill Buckner, Scott Barrels, Carlos Quintana, Hal Morris, Mike Starden, Terry Burrows, Larry Sheets, Sammy Sosa. Look at that, guys. Bam. Is this right here the 489? It is. Sammy Sosa's rookie card. That is in good condition, but unfortunately it would never rate a 10. As you can see, look how bad the centering is. Super wide over here and real thin over there. Alright. So I'll stick that to the side though. Still a good find, but it's not going to be a good one. We got Steve Sachs, Herman Wilmington, Kevin Panny, Jose Numley, and Greg Briley. Alright, so that was a good find though, the Sammy Sosa, the rookie card. I mean, it's always good to have one, but man, you can tell that centering is pretty off. Alright, cool. I've been hoping I would get this card right here, because this right here is the card letting you know what the puzzle is going to look like. That way I can stick that down in the corner with the puzzle if I have enough to complete it, just like I did with the Willie Stargell card right there. So that's awesome. I'm glad. I'm going to stick that to the side so I don't lose this in this mountain of crap that we have right here. So we got Kelly Mann, Tracy Jones, Von Hayes, Leonard Hill, Gary Ward, Dave Stewart, Mike Felder, Mike Sharpson, Greg Myers, Gerald Clark, Willie Frazier, Eric Davis, Will Clark, Ed Whitson, Diamond King, and Paul Sorrento. Alright, so let's go and keep going. It'd be cool to find another one of those puzzle cards, the ones that shows like the puzzle, what it would look like when you complete it. Because I'm sure I'm going to have more than one puzzle here. Chuck Finley, Ken Griffey Jr. There's his Diamond Kings card. That's awesome. That is the number 4. So we'll stick that to the side. Alright, so let's keep going. Got Ted Hingera, Bob Milacki, Frank Williams, Jeff Hamilton, Steve Balboni, Greg Swindell, Ricky Henderson. Bam, there's Ricky Henderson's card. I wonder if this is 304. There it is, number 304. Alright, so we're going to stick that to the side. That's on our top 10 list. We got Tor Gordon, Bobby Witt, Marquise Grissom, Kevin Brown, Mark Lanton, Bob Welch, and Bob Boone. Alright, so I'm getting overran again with this mountain of red and paint splatter. And we're only about halfway through the case. Let me show you what we're looking like here, guys. You just saw all those cards starting to fall. We still have half a case to go. So we're trying to hurry, guys. I know this is going to be a long video. But if you're watching and you're this deep into the video, I really appreciate you guys, man, because you guys keep me going and make me want to create more videos. So we got Scott Coolbrough, Louis Salamar, Keith Miller, Gary Sheffield, Ken Okafest, Jay Bell, Omar Vizquel, Carlton Fisk, Glenn Wilson, Jeff Brantley, Rich something, Mickey Tettleton, Tony something, Bob Melvin, Dave Bergman, Mickey Hatcher, and Lance McCullers. So, nothing on that list. We're just going to try to speed up a little bit because I noticed the video is getting a little longer than I wanted it to be. So we got Mike Stanton, Terry Burrows, Larry Sheets, Sammy Sosa. Bam. There's another Sammy Sosa. We'll add that to the other ones. Steve Sachs, Herm Willingham, Kevin something, Jose something, Greg Briley, Scott Coolball, rookie card, Louis Salazar, Keith Miller, Gary Sheffield, Ken Okabell, Jay Bell, Omar Vizquel, and Carlton Fisk again. So literally have a pile of repeat cards right there. So like I said, there's a lot of cards. I don't know how many exactly is in this set, but I'm sure we got the set right here in front of us. Alright, so we got John Orler, Jerry Reed, Kurt Wilkerson, Terry Kennedy, Tony Gwynn, Tony Castillo, Dave Justice, George Cannell, Chris Carpenter, Todd Fritzworth, Wade Boggs, Sean Hilligans, Rick Leach, Gary Eve, Checklist, and Pete Harmish. And I might be messing up on a lot of these names, guys, and I mean, forgive me. Some of these names I've never heard of in my life, and probably still don't hear of today because they're either retired or wasn't that great and all. Like, if it's one of those names like Randy Johnson, Mark McGuire, or something like that, yeah, it's going to stand out. But, like, Doug Jones, like, man, I'm sure you was a great player and all. I just didn't really watch the Indians. I ain't never heard of you. Jose Gonzalez, Walt Terrell, Nick Ersby, Mike Henman, Juan Ginchers, yeah, Kevin Mitchell, Steve Wilson, Keith Hernandez, Bill Spitzer, Greg Lefferts, Bob Walt, Ken Griffey Jr. Boom, there's the Ken Griffey Jr. card. We'll stick that with our other finds. So we're doing good so far. Julio Franco, Terry Poole, and Matt Williams. Out of all these cards, I'd have expected to done found like the top 10 list at least like 3 or 4 times. Alright, so we got Deion James, Jim Cora, Gary Thurman, Charlie Hugh, oh, got one stuck to it, Mark Gardner, Zach Daltrey, Otis Nixon, Ron Hazy, Pat Table, Steve Olin, Cal Williams, Deion Sanders, Luis Rivera, Kevin Rich, Charlie O'Brien, and Bobby Vanilla. Alright. Let me know down in the comments if you made it this far in the video, and let me know who your favorite player is, who you guys like to collect out there. Glenn Wilson, Jeff Brantley, Rick Morehouse, Mickey Tettleton. That's like the 10th one of those cards I've got. Tony Flossens, like they hit the copy button too many times on that one. Bob Melvin, Dave Berman, Ricky Hatcher, Lance McCullers, Deion James, Jim Cora, Gary Thurman, Charlie Hugh, Mark Gardner, Zach Daltrey, Otis Nixon, and Ron Hasey. Alright, so man, I'm getting overloaded, but we are getting down to the last like 50 packs, it seems like. These packs, the never-ending orange. Alright, Les Lancaster, Chuck Finley, Don August, Craig Carpenter. We got Eric Hansen, Steve Avery, Steve Wilson, Keith Hernandez, Bill Spears, Craig Lefferts, Bob Walt, Ken Griffey Jr., another one. Wow, man. If Ken Griffey Jr. was the card that was real hot right now, boy, I'd be raking in some dough. Terry Poole, Matt Williams, and Chuck Finley. So pulling a bunch of Ken Griffey Jr.'s, you know, that's always a good thing, never a bad thing. Alright, stick a puzzle piece to the side. Start us off, we got a Ken Griffey Jr., another one of these kind. So that's awesome. Stick that to the side. We got Ted. We got old Bob. We got Frank. We got Jeff, Steve, Greg, Ricky Henderson. Bam. That's a good one right there. Number 304. We're going to stick that to the side. We got Tom Gordon, Bobby Witt. We got Marquis Grissom, Kevin Brown, Mark Langton, Bob, and Doug Jones. You got Tom Pagoni, Larry, Steve, Boyd, Randy, Mark, Ozzy, Mark, Don, Jim, Lewis, John Moses, Dave Johnson, Mark McGuire. I'll stick that with my other cards. I like having Mark McGuire cards. We got Julio something and Vance Law. Yeah, guys, some of these names are just hard to read, especially when you're trying to go fast, and it's like you've never heard the name, and it's in cursive, and it's weird looking, and they got it all crazy. Like this, I see that, that's obviously Smith, but I can't tell if that's like Zane, or Lane, or Baines, or, you know, I'm trying here, guys. Scott Fletcher, Lee Stevens, Alex, Dan, Steve, Norm, Dennis, Trevor, Randy, Sergio, Paul, Mark, another one of those cards I just said, Scott Fletcher, Lee Stevens, and Alex Chipping. Okay, so, there's so many cards, man, like, good lord. I don't know if I'll ever buy another case of these, because I would never have a need to. Alright, so Pat, Steve, Cal, Deion Sanders, Luis Rivera, Kevin Rich, Charlie O'Brien, Bobby Vanilla, Rick Roos something, Jim Abbott, Pete O'Brien, Paul Melito, Cal Ripken, Alan Trammell, Mike Marshall, and Steve Sachs. I like how these packs are opening up way better compared to the other ones though, guys. Alright, so, we're getting down, we're almost done, guys. So, thanks for sticking around for this long. Got Dan Queensberry, Steve Lakes, Norm something, Dennis something, Trevor Wilson, Randy Kramer, Sergio Valadez, Paul, I don't know, Mark, Jay, Mookie, Gene, Willie Randolph, David Wells, Charlie Hugh, and Mark Gardner. So, we're going to keep going, man. Maybe we can find something else good on our top 10 list. The only thing we've seen to found so far is a couple of Ricky Hendersons and some Ken Griffey's and Bo Jacksons. Alright, start us off. We've got good old Jeff Musselman, Don August, Candy something, Benito Santiago, that's my boy, Mike Kingery, Greg Swindle, Kevin Bass, a checklist. We got Mike Wick, Tommy Hurd, Ryan Sandberg, it's a good card, Tim Jones, Bill Bays, Pedro Guerrero, Bill Landrum, and Clint, I don't know. Good old Clint, I don't know. Mama should have gave you an easier name. We got Mike Blowers, Bo Jackson, bam. Yeah, we're waking up on the top 10 list there, but these really ain't worth that much. John Cerruti, Marty something, Rick, Jeff, Mike, Larry, Frank Viola, Brian, Harold Baines, Paul, Mike, Rick Honeycutt, Jeff Montgomery, and Tom Magrana, or Megan. I don't know, guys. So let's see what we're looking like. We're going to have to move this box out of the way so I have some room to open some more cards, because they're about to fall over the shelves here. It looks like we are down to our last 6 packs. So let's go ahead and knock these 6 out, guys, and hope and pray. I want that Juan Gonzalez rookie card is what I really want. Like, I've done opened a half a case and pretty much almost the full case and still haven't got the Juan Gonzalez. But yeah, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. Maybe that's why that's like the #1 on the list. John Smoltz, check that out. Look at old young Smoltz compared to the cards I got from like the 90s where he's like the older Smoltz. And nothing. Alright, so at least give me a Nolan Ryan 5,000 the 5,000 hits card. That's what I really want. I want that Nolan Ryan card. Ooh, I thought that was it. I got excited for a second. Francisco, Jamie, Brian, Dave, a checklist, Keith Hill, Dwight Smith, Marty Clory, Rick Moeller, Jeff Parrott, Mike something, Larry Anderson, Frank Viola, Brian DuBois, Harold Baines, and Paul Moulter. Looks like Paul Moulter. I don't know. Alright, down to the last 4 packs, guys. It's getting close, and we still haven't gotten, like, hardly any of the other kinds. Like, we're getting a bunch of repeat of our top 10, which is still cool, but it'd be nice to have gotten the whole top 10 list in this case. So, there's another Bo Jackson. That's like the 15th one, it seems like. I know it's not 15, but it just seems like I'm getting a bunch of the same top 10s. We're getting down to it. And nobody. Alright, last 3 packs. Here they are. Just to step back to give you guys an idea. Like, that is a ton of cards. Like, that is a stack. That's like a whole, like, mountain. You know what I mean? Like, that's just crazy. Alright. So we got Jose Gonzalez, Walt Terrell, Nick, Mike, Jim, Kevin, Pascal, Eric, Bert, Gerald, Todd, Lenny, Tom, Mark, Steve, and Bobby. Last 2 packs. Alrighty, so here we go. What we got? We got Jack Daltrey, Otis Nixon, Ron Hassey, Pat Tabler, Steve Olin, Cal Daniels, Deion Sanders, Luis Rivera, Kelvin Rich, Charlie O'Brien, Zane Smith, Scott Fletcher, Lee Stewart, Alex Trevino, and Dan Quinsbury. Alright guys, so here's our last pack right here that we have. So let's go ahead and get this video finished up. We got Belinda Perez, Willie, Dave, Milt, Ricky, Barry, Greg, Kurt, John, Jeff, Ryan, Howard Johnson, Jeffrey, Dave, Kent, and last but not least, Kevin Mitchell. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and get this huge mess of cards that's falling all over my desk everywhere. We're going to go ahead and get this stuff cleaned up. Then we're going to go over our best picks of the day. And then we're going to go through our puzzle pieces and see if we can complete the puzzle. So let's go ahead and do that now. Alright guys, so here we are. We have our top picks. So here we go. We got this Bo Jackson right here. We got this Bo Jackson card. We've got this Bo Jackson card. Alright, so we got 2 of the same Ken Griffey Jr.'s, Diamond Kings. We've got 3 of the exact same Ken Griffey Jr.'s. We've got a Mark McGuire. We've got 2 of the same Sammy Sosa's. We got a Ricky Henderson, 2 of the exact same ones. We got a Randy Johnson, and we got a Craig Biggio. So, pretty good pick so far. I like that. We'll definitely add these to the good old collection that we got going. So, now what I'm going to do is go through all these puzzle cards real quick and see if we can complete this puzzle of the man named Call. So, let's go ahead and see if we can get every piece in here, guys. Alright guys, so there we go. There's all the pieces that's been put together. As you scroll down, it's the entire puzzle. And what's cool is we have multiple pieces of the same pieces. So almost would be able to do almost like 3 of these if it wasn't for this one piece right here. All the other cards I have at least 3 of every one, and some of them I even have 4 of in a couple of places. but because this one right here is the only one, we're going to be able to make one full puzzle. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe if you haven't already. And be on the lookout for the video where we'll take these pieces and break them apart, put them all together, and we'll Mod Podge it and frame it just like we did with our Willie Stargell poster. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check out all the other videos on the channel. Peace, guys.